Portraits are paintings of people, most of the time from their shoulders up, including their face. But sometimes they include their whole body, like this painting of former First Lady Michelle Obama. And this is by an artist named Amy Sherald. So she painted a portrait of Michelle Obama. This is the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. There's another kind of portrait, a self-portrait. This is a painting of Albrecht Dürer by Albrecht Dürer, so a painting of himself. And Van Gogh, a self-portrait by Picasso, and another self-portrait by Frida Kahlo. For today's drawing, you can make a self-portrait or just a drawing of someone else. So drawing a portrait or drawing a face, whether it's your face or someone else's face, we'll call it a portrait. I'm going to show you some common mistakes that I see with most of the portrait drawing for beginners, and then we'll talk about some really easy ways to fix them. So first off, drawing a circle for a head. Our heads are round, but they're not really circles. And then putting circles for eyes really high up on the head. Making a dot for a nose and a really big smile. So in some ways this is really good because we've remembered all the parts of the face, and we've got most of them mostly in the right spot, but we can just change a few things and we can make a much more realistic drawing of ourselves or a person. So we can make a much more realistic portrait without too much extra work. So let me erase that, and we're going to start out by first, instead of drawing a circle, we're going to draw an oval or an egg shape, because that's closer to what our heads really look like. They're taller than they are wide, so they're more of an egg or oval shape. And then I'm going to put the eyes not up here, because that's like way up in our forehead. That's way too high. I'm going to put them in the middle. And they're going to be like almond shaped. So you can make them like that, like an oval, or you can go curve, 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 curve. And you see I used two different strokes. I'll draw it again over here, and I'll zoom in a little bit so you can really see it. I went curve up, stop, curve down, stop. And that gives me a good eye shape. And then inside of that, I'm going to do a circle and a circle. Those are the irises. So the color part of your eye, maybe it's brown, green, blue, gray. And then inside, we're going to do a dot. And that's a pupil. It's the black part of the eye, which can actually change sizes. It can be big or small depending on how much light you're in, because it lets more light in or less light in depending on how bright it is. Okay, so we've got the eyes, and then we can draw the nose. And this is really the easiest way for me to draw a nose is draw kind of like a letter L. It can go either way. Either way is fine. But you can see it starts up here above the eye and goes down and around. Now maybe you want to draw a slightly more realistic looking nose. So if you want to challenge yourself, here's how you can do it. I draw a bunch of curves. So I'm going to draw one curve like this. And then I'm going to draw the same curve going the other direction. And then I'm going to draw a curve like this, one like that, and another one like that. And there I have a slightly more realistic looking nose, but that might be a little tricky, so you don't have to do it that way. Like I said, the easier way is just like this. Okay, and then we'll do some eyebrows. And the eyebrows, there's gonna be like long French fry looking shapes above the eyes. And then we'll do a mouth. And I like to draw like a, I would say kind of like a watermelon slice for a mouth. So I go like across like this and down. And then I can do some teeth. And maybe a little curve for a tongue. And their ears, if you can check this on your own head, your ears go from your eyebrows down to the bottom of your nose. So I'm gonna start here, just draw a little bump like that. And I've got the ears. And your neck, sometimes we draw the neck really way too small and we look like a bobblehead. But your neck has to be pretty thick and strong to hold up your big brain. So I'm gonna go almost as wide as the ears. I'm gonna go down and over, down and over. And then we gotta think about the hair. So your hair does not grow out of only the top of your head. Okay, if you do that, it looks like you're losing most of your hair. So you might have to really think about what your hair actually looks like. And most people, their hair goes pretty close to their eyebrows and then down to their ears, or covers their ears. So this would be someone with pretty short hair. And then I would have to erase, this part. Now, if it's longer hair, if you have longer hair, you want to draw someone with longer hair, it might go like this. Everybody's hair is different. It's really hard to give you some really specific rules about your hair, but you can look in the mirror or look at a photo and you can draw your hair. But just think about how it doesn't just grow out of the top of your head. It covers up some of your forehead. It might go all the way down to your eyebrows, behind your ears, over your ears. Okay? And then, if you feel good about your drawing, you can add some color. But just try to make sure that you've got everything more or less in the right spot.